morning, everyone. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games, where we shenanigan sob and smooch our way through tabletop role-playing games. I am one of your hosts, Salty.
And I'm Sweet.
And these various assorted spices are our friends. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, our long-running Pulp Cthulhu campaign, celebrating our 2-year anniversary at the end of this month, beginning of the next. It's all very exciting. Before we go around and meet everyone and their characters, we have some channel shout-outs. Firstly, as always, a ton of thanks to our sponsor, starting with Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. We are part of their Spotlight program, which highlights indie tabletop creators all across the interwebs. It's great. Also, thank you to Dice Envy and Grinding Coffee Co., two other awesome companies that we work with. If you like your shiny math rocks, if you like your soaked beans, give you a little energy boost. These are awesome companies to get those from. We have affiliate links and discount codes, which you'll see in chat or down below in our panels and all that. Thank you to everyone who has subbed, gifted subs, resubbed, followed, chatted, looked, liked, and commented on YouTube. We super appreciate it. We have new emotes, by the way, and our 2-year badge is available now. If you would like to support us further, there are tip incentives listed below under Affect the Game. You can click that. It'll take you to our Streamlabs tip jar, and it breaks down the kind of tiers for that. Anything that comes in goes to compensating our cast and keeping the lights on. It is always appreciated, but never expected. Last thing, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X, N, and O cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings, because while the characters may be put through hell or, fall into a magma pit, the players are here to have fun. And they're a priority always. Without further ado, let's meet them, starting with Kiana.
Hello.
Hello.
I am so nervous about what's going to happen today. But today I'm Kiana. I'm the of the channel. My pronouns are she and they. But today I'm in Blackwell, whose pronouns are she and her. You can tell I'm discombobulated this morning, afternoon, whatever fucking time it is. I don't know anymore. Irene is here in disguise as a cultist. She don't know what to fucking do. Other than, eventually having to stop this ritual or something. Oh, I don't even know.
Something. Yeah. Good. I like the confidence. Confidence is key. Speaking of confidence, Allison, yes.
Hey everybody, it's Allie. I play Ganymede Graves, adventure scientist. And in case you missed last week, I pushed a stealth roll, critted it, and now Ganymede is standing like shoulder to shoulder with one of the biggest baddies of the game and her personal nemesis from childhood right there in the middle of everything, which is exactly where I love to be.
Yes.
I cannot wait to see how this goes.
I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's all going to be good. It's great. Summer?
Hi, hello. I would just like to take my small amount of credit that I played in Ganymede pushing the role as the peer pressure of the group to encourage my fellow players to do things that they feel are dumb, but then turn out to be crazy cool. I am Summer. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'm playing Ava Cowles, who also uses she, her pronouns. She's never done anything wrong. She's a perfect angel. And maybe like a little bit telekinetic. But I don't think I've ever mentioned that before, and it hasn't come up.
So
I've seen no evidence whatsoever, but like maybe today's the day.
Maybe. And last but not least, Tommy.
Hello. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's gonna happen this session. All I know is probably gonna be crazy. Most likely a chance of death on one side or the other, or both. We'll see. So hi, I'm Tommy, he, him, and I play Zebulon Augustine Claiborne Montgomery III, also he, him. And he's just a normal guy. just a normal guy doing normal things in a weird place. And he's really hoping it doesn't screw us all over. um, but yeah, weird things happening. Just a normal guy, 100% totally normal guy.
Great. Good. This is good. Saviors of the world. I believe in them. They can pull it off. So now, if you happen to be joining us for the first time, I have a handy recap, which on our YouTube, someone shouted out. They were like, nice intro summary. And I was like, I knew after, what episode is this? 72 episodes. Someone would care. And it came true. So, Mal! Thank you, Mal. I knew I had our alerts on. 5 rerolls for the group. So everyone, I will add it because if you all try to edit that thing at the same time, it will be chaos. Thank you so much. I might designate it to Zeb since he's been spending lately.
I use mine like everyone else, but I have to use mine.
Yeah,
because
the
it's
difference
only-
is you need yours,
I
so
need
we're
mine.
competent.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give that extra one.
Hey
to
now,
Zeb.
Zeb is perfectly competent.
Yes, I believe you. Okay.
It's just that Roll20 hates Zeb. More specifically, hates me.
Specific. Yes. Okay. Let's get into it. This motley crew is trying to stop an apocalyptic event from occurring. Their journey started when their good friend Jackson Elias was murdered when he was investigating the infamous Carlisle expedition, the members of which were all formerly presumed dead. Since then, the group has uncovered a global conspiracy involving various death cults who all worship different aspects of the same eldritch god. Many names, many forms, but all the same and to one end. This has taken them from Peru to New York to England to Shanghai and Australia. The cults are working together to build a machine that will rupture and taint the sky to open the way for countless unfathomable hungry beings. Our heroes have discovered the planned date of the launch and know that a great ritual will be performed in precise synchronicity with it. This machine, described as a silver bird, is housed in a volcano on Grey Dragon Island off the coast of Shanghai. Last time, the investigators and their allies, Captain Isoge of the Japanese Imperial Navy, Chu Min of the Firm Action Movement, and Jack Brady of the Carlisle Expedition, and 24 others set off for Grey Dragon Island under the eerie shadow of a solar eclipse. Chu Min's team headed for the beach village, Jack's team for a hypothesized underwater entrance, and Captain Taro for the North Shore, where his naval vessel, the Divine Wind, waits. Your group, disguised in cultist robes, entered the volcano, where you saw a myriad of horrifying sights. Since you blended in, you were able to explore, finding an alien welding device, examining this rocket, we all know it's a rocket, and its support structure, locating the captives, and encountering a deep one who seemed to be controlling the people, transporting this strange substance between the bubbling pool and the magma pit. Unfortunately, your underwater team was either driven off or killed, with the exception of Jack Brady, who, beaten and bruised, was dragged before the High Priest Tofang and Sir Aubrey Penhew of the Carlisle Expedition. Jack is now to be the centerpiece of this evening's death rites. Fortunately, Ganymede Graves is there to keep an eye on him, so we're gonna zoom in on that moment. You are up on the platform in front of this gargantuan statue. As he was walking up, Sir Aubrey turned to you, Ganymede, since you blended so well, and said, "Could you assist me with something, dear?"
Ganymede just nods.
As you ascend the steps and pass closer to the statue, you can really see it in all of its hideous glory. The statue of the bloated woman faces away from the center of the chamber, casting its malevolent gaze towards the wall. As dreadful as the image is, the 100 or so severed human arms dangling from its outstretched tentacles in various states of decay are worse. Sanity roll?
Yeah. As the player, I may need a sanity roll.
It's totally fine, totally fine.
Okay, so should I make another one just to see if we're...
Sure, but it's a crit.
I know, but I just want to...
Are we all suspicious of the sheet?
My last roll was a crit too.
No.
No, I'm just good.
Wow. Okay. So it's still 1 point. Actually, with a crit, nah, keep it. Keep it. You have seen this figure before, obviously in a much smaller form and not nearly as grotesque, but what is, how is Ganymede so unfazed by this horrific sight?
In Australia, Ganymede used mythos magic for the first time, and as we saw on their travels here to Shanghai, she was affected by that in a way that she couldn't have expected. As she confided in Ava that she's been struggling with that, with the darkness and the evil that she touched. And so as she comes up onto the platform and sees this grotesque display, it, for this moment at least, is maybe not in detail or in specificity, but in its horror, it is precisely what she expected to see in this place.
As you reach the top of the platform, you see the characters of the order's name kind of in this beaten gold version on the floor, along with numerous bloodstains. This chamber is cut into the rock of the volcano, as if the wall kind of has been hacked away. And you can see Sir Aubrey's engineering project over the bloated woman's monstrous shoulder. A solid stone altar sits close to the cavern's edge. It bears the marks of numerous sharp weapons, and the floor and the altar, again, are stained with blood. It is not hard to figure out this is where the cult sacrifices its victims before throwing their severed limbs down onto the statue below. The two deep ones, these fish-like people, drag Jack over to the stone altar. And Sir Aubrey says to you, Ganymede, would you mind giving them a little assistance?
Ganymede silently nods again and steps up near to them on the platform.
There are like manacles.
Okay. I'm oh my god, I have no idea what he wants me to do.
Well, they're like holding him down. There are manacles that either they don't know how to use or
I see.
Aren't dexterous enough to.
Yeah.
You see their hands are like webbed and have like long kind of fins coming off of them.
Do I see a key anywhere, or they assume they're locked?
They're open right now.
Oh, they're open.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, is he still wearing them then, or?
No, they just dragged him up. The manacles are attached to the altar.
I got it. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I will walk up. As I do, I face the statue for just a moment and very slightly bow, only because I imagine that might be the right thing to do.
Sure.
Or a right thing to do. And then I turn to where Jack is being held by these two deep ones, and I pick up the manacles. I want to try to catch his eye if I can. But if he doesn't look at me,
Mm-hmm.
I think as I is it possible for me to try to make the manacles make it look like I've locked them on his wrists without actually doing that?
Sure. Yeah, as soon as you begin to do this to his arms, the deep ones kind of move off, kind of their wet footsteps ringing out as they go, as you begin to do this. Sir Aubrey is kind of pacing, not in a worried way, around the platform, talking to Jack, who obviously can see you. Sir Aubrey says, well, I have been looking forward to this since 1919. You've been very successful in evading us so far. Even hid little Roger away from us. But no matter, his purpose was served long ago. And now here you are waltzing right into our sanctum. You really astound me, Mr. Brady. You could have stood with us, ruled with us. And Jack kind of makes as if to struggle against you. Do you hold him down?
I do. In fact,
Yeah.
I hold him down, and then I reach out and really roughly kind of grab his chin with my hands and force him to face Penhew.
Yeah. Jack says, Aubrey, you're even dumber than you look if you think there'll be anything left to rule. You're being used just like Roger was. So Aubrey walks over where you're holding him and kind of takes his face from your hand. You are mistaken. I have been chosen to rule as the pharaohs of old were, but this world will be my Egypt. Everything is going according to plan. Lets him go and kind of resumes looking over the space and the beginnings of the ritual happening. Jack says, you sure about that, Obbs? Sir Aubrey sighs. I assume you are referring to your little friends, the Americans and the bear cat from England. And that's when Jack laughs. What's so humorous, Mr. Brady? It's a good way to describe her. He smiles at you. Sir Aubrey's not looking. But at this point, he does turn back. Where are they? Were they in the water with you? Down in the village, perhaps, waiting to strike. Could they be aboard a nearby ship? That would be a mistake, you know. It can get quite tumultuous on the sea this time of year, especially with the right incantation. Oh well, no matter. Even if they fled home with their tails between their legs, they will be dealt with soon enough, I am assured. What, your god buddy didn't think you could handle him? No, I believe he simply has a taste now for the amusement they provide. Jack, sure he does. Say, you love Egypt so much, Aubrey, why aren't you there? And Ganymede, you notice, Sir Aubrey kind of stiffen along his back. I'm serving the most important role in the entire... 'Cause I got a Nazir contact over there who says the Brotherhood are trying to steal some long-dead Queenie's old jewelry, and, they're certainly not sending it here. At this point, Sir Aubrey walks over to the two of you again and slaps Jack across the face. He leans in and whispers, of course you are close enough to hear, Nitocris is merely a failsafe. Oh, pardon me, I didn't know gods needed failsafes. Sir Aubrey stands back up. I think a finger or two will deal for now. Dealer's choice. He looks at you, Ganymede.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he has, I think they use, machetes. One of which, I mean, there are plenty up here.
Yeah. Do I think he's expecting me to just choose a finger or to actually do this?
Probably the latter.
Ganymede simply inclines her head toward him and begins to reach for one of those machetes.
Mm-hmm.
She appears outwardly calm and collected, but inwardly she's scrambling to find a solution here. But she, the core of the dilemma is that she knows we're not ready. We're not ready to make a move. And yet this friend is in danger. As she picks up the machete, that lock of shock white hair that formed after the last time that she used this magic sort of falls down and over her face a bit. But she picks up the machete and walks back over. And if nothing stops her, she's probably gonna cut off his pinky finger.
Is there any hesitation?
There's certainly not any intentionally. She does hold his eyes though, in the moment
you get
that this is about to happen.
An almost imperceptible nod.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about. I actually feel this physically. Yeah, there's an apology in her eyes. And then you see her jaw clench as she brings it down on his pinky finger.
And we'll cut away. What's going on the ground floor, everybody? How's it going?
Well, we see Gaddy like go off, right? Like,
Yeah,
I got
I
my
mean, it's-
welding thing.
Yeah, it's crowded in here, but
We see her snoop. We
yeah,
see
you
her
definitely
sneak
saw
off.
the incident with Jack, so
Okay. Yeah. We saw the incident. I feel like I'm just gonna continue to like go around this way, around the outside. Like, look at this pool over here.
yeah, sure.
Just go snoopies. Do some
Snoop,
snoopies.
snoop.
See what's up.
Yeah, that's about the same area Zeb and Irene were in.
Yeah.
How close are you
Yeah.
getting to the bubbling pool?
I want to like see. I really want to like smell it. Like, I want to see if it's like giving off like a scent, like if it's like sulfury or like what it's like generally like made of.
Yeah.
If it's just water or like what's going on, you know?
Yes.
I just kind of want to get a better sense of like what's in the pool.
Make a spot hidden check.
Sure.
Because it is like the stuff in here doesn't appear to be water. It's this viscous goop, so it is obscuring it partially.
Yeah. A
Nice.
success.
Fantastic. The pool is pretty large and kind of like, gazing into it.
Yeah.
You see a shape beneath the water or the liquid, this large kind of amorphous shape moving.
Yeah. Does it look like, can I tell depth? Like, does it seem like super deep down, like underneath?
I think you're not certain. It's definitely not like right under the surface or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like kind of draw back. Don't like. Is it hot though? Like the bubbling, is it like from
No.
heat?
I mean, it's warm because it's in here and close to the magma, but it's not like boiling.
Okay. Weird. Would I have anything on me to be able to take a sample of this?
Probably. I assume you have like a vial.
I have a useful item if you want me to use that.
Yeah. I think that sounds good to me.
Might as well.
Might as well.
So yeah, I think I just like. I wonder if she would have this. So, little known fact, actually, about our sweet girl is that she actually was like studying to be a nurse. So I'm wondering if she would just have some like vials that you would usually take like blood in, or something like that.
That works.
On her person. So I'm gonna grab that.
Do you think you have like a syringe or something?
That's probably probably the useful item, right? Is the syringe.
Yeah.
And then the vials are just something that she would just have.
Yeah. Just so you don't have to actually touch it.
Yeah, I would not want to. This is not Charlie. I had to remind myself, just because I want to touch everything doesn't mean that my character does. Yeah, so she's probably just gonna like take a quick little sample.
Great. Yeah, it's like got this oily sheen to it that you've never seen before. That matches the kind of the caps on some of the people in this place. Okay. Yeah, what else are we doing down here?
I think Zeb would like to mosey on over and check out one of these rooms, the first room. See
Yeah.
if there's any way to get into this first room here.
Yeah. Let me go over to the map screen so we can all see all the fun things like that.
Including the fucking thing in the pool. No biggie.
Yeah, no biggie. Don't worry about that.
I'm just gonna ignore that for now.
I'm not even worried about it.
Irene, are you going with Zeb?
Yes.
Okay.
So what do we see? What's this door?
Yes, this door. So the doors are thick lead doors. Kind of setting off this area. They are unlocked, but you can see they kind of interleave in such a way that only one can be opened at a time for whatever reason. You can easily open it.
Gonna take a look around. Is there anyone around that's gonna notice us if we open this? I know, because I know that most people are kind of caught up in the whole ritual of the thing right now, but is there anyone that might specifically be paying attention or might notice?
Yeah, just if everyone's in the ritual, it feels weird if people are just wandering about too. So
I think, again, most people are there are still some people working on the rocket, so it's parts, people are doing the ritual, people are working on the rockets, but let me see the deep ones, some of the deep ones in the chamber. They do not seem to notice you as you approach it. Nobody seems to turn around or really even note what you're doing.
Okay. Seb's just gonna just part the doors just a little bit.
Why doesn't somebody give me odds or evens?
Irene, you want to get odds?
I'm just trying to track something.
Odds?
Odds? Okay.
Odds?
Okay. Odds. Okay. Got it. So.
Yeah, we're just gonna crack that door open a little bit.
Yeah.
Just gonna peek behind the curtain here a little bit.
You can slip in. Okay. So as you enter this area, this appears to be some kind of workshop. On the wall you can see a chronometer. And there are various shelves and tables strewn with wires, machinery parts, books, and papers. So, just tell me where you want to look. There's the center table. There's also books and papers all around.
I guess Zeb will take a look at the table real quick.
Yeah. Okay, so on the workshop's center table is a large metal unit, kind of that resembles the central domed part of a lemon juicer. You could give me, I don't think you have any science skills, but you could give me an intelligence roll, which would need to be hard to succeed.
I am sharp-witted, which means I'm able to collate facts quickly when gain a bonus die when making intelligence
Hell
rolls.
yeah.
Hell
yeah.
Finally get to use
a
it.
smart boy.
I've probably used it once in this entire campaign. I really should have
talents for
been
the win.
abusing this way more. All right. So that's a bonus die just rolled twice, right?
You'll just click the little bonus / penalty thing after you roll.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna help.
Nope. It's a reroll.
Let's use reroll.
Okay.
Let's use a reroll.
Yeah.
Just, okay, come on.
Yep. You can. Yep. Go for it. Oh,
That's
Wait.
a crit.
that's good, right? Yeah.
No, wait, is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you sure?
You're
Yes.
not
Because
replacing-
if you get the 1, it would be 11.
It's an extreme success, right?
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
critical success.
Wait, I'm confused.
Well,
How
it
does
was-
that
it
work
was-
exactly?
Yeah, if your roll was if your original roll was ending in a 0, it would have been the
A fail.
opposite.
Right.
Yeah, but because it's not a 0,
It's
It's a
one.
one.
rolled a
It's a
bonus
One
one.
minus one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
it's
was
a
looking at
0,
the first
1.
roll.
Okay, Zebulon. Okay, Zeb. You and your ability to quickly collate facts. And, your observation thus far. You think this, whatever this is, goes in the nose of the silver bird being constructed outside. This lemon juicer part, right? It's crammed with these odd little wheels, multicolored wires, and tiny little panels with strange, minute geometric designs etched onto them. Now you could try an electrical repair, which would also need to be hard. Although, do I give you a bonus?
I gotta roll out of my mind no matter what to
Yeah.
make this work. So. Come on, roll 20. Share some of that crit success luck here. Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Do you want to use a reroll?
Not yet. No.
Okay. So you are not really sure about the intent of the device, though you, as established, you know
Yeah.
where you think it goes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all you can deduce so far. Irene, what are you looking at in the room? There are various crates around. One stands out that looks like it's made of lead, like the doors. And there's also a lot of paperwork.
Give me those papers.
Yes. Yes, you're gonna find so many papers. I'm gonna give you so many. They are not hidden, obviously. So, here's one. You find a letter from 1923. You would like to read that for the group? I have the transcription in the description section.
Navigant to Aubrey. Dear Sir Aubrey, I hope this latest set of prototypes meets your approval. The men at Henson's were both fascinated and perplexed by the last batch of schematics you supplied, and as such, I wish to just cast a close eye over the craftsmanship, as they are not convinced that they have achieved the necessary tolerances set forth in your notes. I would be grateful if you could either confirm that the implemented adaptations meet your requirements, or provide with further instructions from marshaled men. Your loyal servant, Edward. December 1923.
We remember Edward, don't we? Eddie!
Oh, sweet Eddie, who we absolutely fucking
Murdered.
murdered.
And here's a telegram that you
Ooh.
find.
Another Houston to Aubrey.
Robbie!
October 3rd, 1923. PV. Hit a snag, stop. Downing tools down under, stop. Will contact again once work resumes. Apologies. Stop. Houston. Ooh.
Robbie. So this kind of just backs up things you already knew about the plan. So not a lot of new information there. However, However, you do also find several books dated from 1921 through 1925 kind of scattered about the room. And here you go. This is a longer one, so everybody buckle in.
Oh boy. Aubrey's diaries. Okay. 13th of June, 1921. At last I have arrived to begin the task of my lord and master, the Black Pharaoh. He has given me my dreams, given me Egypt, and I will duly repay him by giving him the world of men. The power, the beauty, none can appreciate who do not witness. I know the power, the glory. I bear the beauty of a life devoted to him. 30th of August, 1921. Houston had at last sent the plans, very complex and fascinating. It'll take some time to grasp their meaning and begin building. I have been promised the knowledge necessary, and my faith is strong. 15th of January, 1922. The first and simplest phase is complete. Shipments are arriving more quickly now, and I must begin work on the trigger mechanism soon. 8th of April, 1923. The rods have been drawn, but more knowledge is needed. Houston is worthy. I never would have thought it possible.
Robbie.
Sorry, just the backhanded. Wow, he's worthy. All right. October 4th, 1923. Work on the missile has halted. Houston must open a deeper level, and that will take time. Our master had promised to aid him by bringing one of the great race. How I long to speak to one of the numbers. 19th of January, 1924. With joy we begin again. Soon is the day. 29th of September, 1924. Ho Fang warns of someone, a traitor, who knows our plans. Is that Carlyle still alive? Will our master deign to tell me? Perhaps I will call upon the children of Great Cthulhu to aid in rooting out and destroying this traitor. Is it supposed to be the 7th of February?
Nope.
77th of February, 1925. The warhead and the trigger are finally complete, but the guidance system baffles me. I must pray for instructions. July, unspecified, 1925. The traitor has surprisingly powerful allies, troublemakers from my old country and the colonies. Communication from Henson has not resumed, so if anything goes wrong now... but it will not. My master has assured me, and he has succeeded in removing one of them from the field, well ahead of our timelines. Even if it did go wrong now, there's always her. They do not realize that the closer they get to... And then abruptly stops there. Who's the fuck? What the fuck? I have questions. I have many questions. But as questions are formulated in my head and probably Irene's head, Irene's also copying down Penhuge's handwriting.
Sure.
Practicing it, as one does.
As one does.
The 77th of February.
I'm sure it's fine.
Wild
What the
man.
fuck? And do we have we heard the name Henson before?
Yes. So Henson was kind of the manufacturing place in England that he owned.
Okay.
You never went there, but you sent the police there and they brought back the blueprints.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So you know that they were probably manufacturing the parts for this.
Okay.
Now, with this information, which I'm assuming you share with Zeb while you're in here.
Yes.
There's so much in here.
Just all the paperwork.
One of you can again make an electrical repair roll with a bonus die this time.
It's the same either way for us. We have no fucking points on this.
Yeah.
But one of us is hated by Roll20, so
I can give it a try. I can give it a try this
Okay.
time. We'll see what happens. That'll fucking know.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope.
All right.
luck is a free resource.
You know what? I'll use one of my rerolls because I have so many of them, and you keep telling us to use
I
them.
do.
Let's try that again. Nope.
No. Okay. Let me adjust that. I can't remember if I already did Zabs.
I did mine already.
Okay.
I had 3.
Okay, cool.
We're just over here like two families, like
Now,
like good at ideas, not good at elections.
what do you think the chances of me just kind of smashing this thing goes wrong?
Well, we don't know what's in it. Could be whatever radioactive materials that had been mentioned, or explosives, or
Anything,
I wouldn't
really.
put it past any materials, quite honestly.
I really just kind of want to like chuck it in the magma. I don't think that'd be a good idea, though. I mean,
There are also blueprints that obviously resemble the rocket completed and something else that you don't see around here at first glance.
can we look at those blueprints, see if we can figure out what it's for?
Yeah. So it doesn't appear to be in English or any language that any of you know.
Not Russian?
Nope, not Russian. You could. Neither of you have Cthulhu Mythos either. You cannot make heads or tails of these blueprints.
Great, cool.
But it seems there's something else. It seems like whatever's on the table, like something's supposed to go in it. You can glean that just from looking at the pictures.
So there's
Okay.
so there's the thing that's supposed to go in it isn't in it yet.
Right.
At the very least, okay. I think Zeb's gonna roll up those new set of blueprints that for the things we haven't seen yet, and just kind of tuck those in a
Sure.
pocket.
Sure.
I think maybe someone else will know what this is for, especially if it's not here. We should probably hold on to that. Have we taken a look at the stuff at the back of the room yet?
The only other thing in here seems to be... there seem to be a couple of things in, like, crates, one of which is lead.
Okay.
Which you're, of course, welcome to examine.
I mean, Zeb's gonna look at it.
Yeah.
just glance,
Yeah.
take a quick look at it, make sure it's not anything
Sure.
weird.
So, looking into the lead casket, you see a metal cylinder, which seems like it would fit precisely into the space inside the unit on the table.
Yeah, that's the thing. Cool.
Yeah. Hey, there are some tools laying around, right? There's like a heavy duty wrench, yeah, laying around in here.
Yes.
Yes. What's the chances of banging up this tube that fits?
Creating a lot of
sorry,
noise.
is the tube filled? Is the tube filled or is it empty?
The tube seems to have something in it.
Okay, so we're not banging up the two.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
No, I think we're good.
Alright. So that's like, okay. So I think this goes in there, which means potentially that whatever dangerous stuff that goes in there isn't in there yet.
Right.
So what if I just banged up the thing so that that thing can't fit in it anymore?
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm just worried about the noise it'll make.
How much noise is being made outside?
I mean, there's a good amount, but there's
There's a good
people moving by decently closely, and you don't have eyes on Ho Fang or Sir Aubrey at this moment. But I'm gonna let you think about it. Because I want to know what
Okay.
Ava's doing.
I'm gonna do something like a little bit silly, like kind of crazy.
Okay.
I have my welding thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna like slowly like start to like snoop de doop like into the crowd towards the base of this big thing.
Uh-huh.
I'm like going over there. Is anyone? They're just like chanting and
Yeah, there's
dancing.
definitely people around you. There are still people working.
Are they like up on it though? Like, are they on that ladder thing?
Yeah.
The stairs thing? They're not over here where I am, right? Like,
The-
is there any workers near me?
No, but there are people above you.
Okay, cool. How bright is the machine? How bright is the...
It's very bright, the
Very,
magma
very bright.
stuff coming up, and it kind of pulses as what you assume are controlled people are pouring that substance into the magma.
Yeah. How many joints down here do I think I would need to weld through to cause instability in this crane thing?
That's a great question.
Like 2.
There is an
Maybe not.
answer to that. There is an answer to it, and I want to tell you the answer. Aha,
Yes.
here we go. You would probably at least 2.
Okay.
And it would definitely take some time. You could either cut all the way through them, or you could weaken them, which would kind of take longer but wouldn't be as noticeable necessarily.
Yeah. I'm not... Yeah, I would rather take more time and do things more carefully. To not only, like, minimize it drawing attention to myself, but also, like, minimize drawing attention to the fact that there's, like, a structural flaw in this crane, right? The good news is Ganymede and all of them basically are, like, up on this platform thing, right? Behind the
yeah.
statue.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're like kind of out of sight, right?
Yeah.
And I've got like throngs of people around
Yeah.
me. So I feel kind of cloaked under the cover of darkness right now is kind of how it feels. Basically. So yeah, I would like to start to weaken
Okay.
the structure.
Okay. I need an alien welding device check, and I'm gonna need a stealth check.
Okay, I'm gonna do the stealth check first.
Okay.
Where's my fucking sheet? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Stealth. I'm gonna use a reroll.
Sure.
A hard
A
success.
hard success. Okay, take a reroll off that sheet while I.
Can I use 2 points of luck to make it an extreme?
Yes.
Thank you. I will do so.
Okay. Just
then
keep
I
track of
will-
all of that while I roll something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ooh. Okay. It's a good
Did you
thing
take
you
it?
did
I'll
that.
take it off my. I am a genius and very smart, and I know when to use my stuff. And then I need to make an alien welding check.
Yep.
Okay. This is not gonna go well. I'm gonna use a reroll.
Sure.
Luck is a free return.
You can try and push it, although you would have to get a hard, and consequences of failing the push are
Worse.
yes. Or just time will pass.
Well, I succeeded the stealth,
Yes.
but I don't want to. I don't want to break this if I fail. But here's the thing: if I'm gonna roll well, I'm likely gonna roll well enough for it to be a hard because I still need to beat a 15. So my
Right.
odds of beating the hard, if I succeed, are pretty good. But I still have to beat the regular success. I still have to get into that zone. I don't know, guys. I kind of want to go for it, but I don't think that. I don't know. Crazy. You can't use a reroll on a push, too, right?
I mean, I would do almost anything to whack down your rerolls. So,
So maybe.
yeah.
Might as well. Let's fucking go for it.
Okay, so you're gonna push this.
I'm gonna push it. Yeah.
Okay, tell me how you're pushing it.
She. How am I pushing it? Okay. I imagine that, like, for her, it's a new machine. She's never used it before. She's like, she thinks that she can basically figure it out. She's like watched the other people, but I feel like it's just kind of like jammed, right? Like, it's like she's like trying to get it to go. Like she's like smacking it, right?
Yeah.
And it's starting to be like, yeah, she's like, fuck. And I think she's literally gonna like hit it against the ground to try and get it to work. Like, really, which is like, it's not everyone else is using it completely flawlessly. And she's just like, fuck, like trying to get it to work.
Yep.
Okay.
So
bad. Oh
So-
my God. So the worst rolls.
So you're gonna use, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as you hit it against the ground, you hear it kind of sputter, and you can't get it to kind of power back on. There are others, but this takes
I'd have to go
time.
get
and, yeah,
them.
you did succeed your stealth roll with an extreme, so
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I think that she just is like, I don't know. 'Cause, yeah, I guess I could go all the way back over there
Yep.
again and get a new one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think because nobody's seen her, right? Like, she's like, I fucking broke it. I hate myself.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna go. Wait, she can't. It's a fucking alien welding device. She's gonna go over and try and get another one.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
At this point, I want to cut back to Ganymede. After severing Jack Brady's pinky, Sir Aubrey kind of sighed satisfactorily, and kind of walked back down the steps.
I that just feels right for what I'm doing here.
All right, you can roll a D2.
A D2?
Yeah. Do you want it to be more?
No. I'm just gonna roll it as a D4 though and
Oh, yeah.
divide. Okay.
Yeah. Take the 1.
All right. And so, am I alone on the platform then with Jack? All right. So we're back in time a few moments now, I think, where I'm going to turn around and see if I can see the others from where I'm standing, kind of up above the scene.
Yeah, looking over the bloated woman's shoulder, you can see what Ava's doing, and I think you probably see Irene and Zeb go into one of the rooms.
Okay. I'm going to, I think I'm going to begin casting a spell.
Okay.
The spell I'm going to begin casting is the Barrier of Knock Teeth,
Okay.
and it takes a full minute to cast.
Okay.
And it provides a physical and magical defense barrier, but I want it's a sphere that's 100 yards across.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is I'd like to cast it so that the bottom of this can I think I can do this. You tell me. I'm totally open if this doesn't sound like it's something I could do. But I want to cast it so the bottom of the sphere is just below the statue's feet. And it goes up 100 yards up like that. What I'm trying to do is cast it so the barrier is around the statue and it has to pass tests to get out.
Okay. Yeah, do you need to do a first cast?
I do. Remind me how that works.
You
please.
need to make a hard power check.
A hard power check. Okay, let's do that first. And I have
You do have
advantage on all power
strong-willed,
checks because I
yes.
am strong-willed.
Yes, my favorite. My favorite.
35, huh? 43. Yeah, I'll spend the luck then. That's 8 luck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That leaves me at 56 luck for now. So this, I can put a variable number of magic points into this.
Mm-hmm.
And for every magic point I spend, the barrier is 3d10 points of strength.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 4 magic points.
Okay.
Which takes me to 10. And so if I have the full minute to cast this spell, and all the magic points are expended at the beginning, but if I have the full minute, then it will be 12d10 points of strength that this barrier has.
Okay, do you want to roll that?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. So 12 d10. Oh, all right, I'll take it.
It's pretty good.
Not bad. 75. So the barrier has 75 points of strength.
Okay. Do you want to put any more into it?
Should I want to put more into it?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I don't think I do. So anything trapped inside makes up an opposed strength roll against the strength of the barrier.
Okay.
If I put any more in, then I
Right. You have a plan.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there is your... Well, tell me about it. Describe it to me, all that jazz.
Yeah. So I'm standing. I've moved, so I'm standing next to Jack, kind of looking out over the scene, and I'm trying to be as subtle as possible with the emotions and the invocation. Jack might be the only one who can hear the guttural rasps of this language as I mutter it. I have some sense that the scientist in me has some sense that there's something mathematical about all of this, but it's far beyond my ability to understand. But as Ganymede does this, she finds herself kind of pulled back into that place that she was in the underground city in Australia, and what she it is that same. It is evil and dark and alone, but what she hadn't told Eva and hasn't told anyone and may never tell anyone unless she gets to see Charlie again is how good it feels. It feels ecstatic to wield this kind of power. And she has to struggle not to give in to that.
Great. Good. All right.
Once that minute is passed, I'm just making sure that I know where my shotgun is.
Fantastic. At this point, because someone called odds, thankfully, Sir Aubrey and the two deep ones enter the other room, not the one you're in. And now it is time for one last what's everybody doing, as the time of the ritual draws near. Anyone want to start? Kind of know what Ava's doing. Oh, I think you're muted.
I'm just hustling to go get another backpack welding thing, moving so fast, so stealthy, just going quick to get it, because I want to try and do that as soon as I can.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you want to make your alien welding device check now? Because you can do this. You did great on knowing how it works, and your stealth will carry that through a bit.
Sure. Oh, it's so hard.
It is hard.
Here we go. I'll use a reroll.
Yep.
Why are my rolls so bad?
Welcome to the
I haven't had a good
dark
roll.
side.
Do you want to push it?
My God.
15 is so low.
15 is so low. It's hard.
It is.
Not as low as 7.
And if you push
know.
it, you have to get a 7.
It's like, look how bad my rolls have been. I don't want to, because I don't think it's gonna work. I don't see it happening.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to inside my head. What's the worst that could happen?
But the thing is, I have so much luck that I almost just want to push it to see if I can get closer.
Right.
Because I have 80 something luck. So it's like,
Yeah.
part of me just wants to push just to see if I can get close enough.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the consequence for failing this push is going to be that you draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want me to blow on your dice?
Yeah. I'm going to go for it with the knowledge that I'll spend the luck if I have to on whatever is lowest, basically.
Okay. You gotta spend it on something you push.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I said that now, and it's gonna be so low.
Yeah. So, describe how you're pushing.
She just can't fucking figure it out, and she's like, "This is it. This is all I've got. Like, this is my last chance." She's got the fucking thing. She's crept, like, she had to walk back over, drop off the broken one, grab a new one, walk back over. She's like, "I'm fucking in it. I can't back down now. Like I've made this decision. I'm here. Like, I'm doing it. Like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. It's happening. It's happening."
Oh my god. Okay.
So low.
It's really hard. Okay. So as this happens, I think it's dear old Hofang, who you've never met, who has been leading parts of the ritual, but kind of from, where would he be as he's making his rounds? Sees that you aren't so much making repairs as it initially seemed like you were, as like doing part of it, but sees that it is an attempt to sabotage. And he calls out to the deep ones nearby. Irene and Zeb, what are you two doing? This is while this is happening, so you don't know about it yet.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fuck this thing up.
Okay.
The container? Or
the thing that the container is gonna go in.
okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
housing unit.
The housing
housing
okay, I
unit.
was like, the
Not
thing in
the
the lead
container.
casket? You wanna
No,
fuck it up?
no, not the thing in the lead
Okay.
casket.
Okay. The
Housing unit.
yes.
I'm gonna fuck this thing up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I gotta do it.
Okay.
Do we have our guns?
Yeah, you have everything.
We have all of our weaponry.
Okay. I'm gonna fuck this thing up, and Irene, we gotta be prepared to get the hell out of Dodge.
All right.
All right.
You're trying to like shoot it, or are you using?
No. The guns for after.
Okay.
The gun's for getting out of here.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna find a solid wrench and just start, whacking the housing unit just to like make it so it's not gonna fit anymore.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely start banging away at that.
Is it possible to do it stealthily?
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a stealth check.
Yeah, let's do that, I think. Okay. Come on.
Ooh.
There we go.
Very nice. Let me just oppose that real quick.
Oh fuck.
See if he has anything.
If you roll an extreme success.
No, I don't think he has it. What's the base of listen? Does anybody have a base listen?
No.
No,
Probably not.
It's like 25, I think. So we'll go with that. Ooh.
Fuck off.
Ooh. That's a hard success. Right? I don't know. Let me look at my thing. Let me look at my half
If
and
it's 20,
fifth values.
if it's 25, if it's half, then
It's
It
rounded
would need
down.
to be 12, so
yeah.
so you succeed
By 1 point.
by 1
Right.
point. Okay. Okay. So nobody comes running yet. So that's what you're doing. Ganymede Graves, what are you doing? Last thing.
I'm getting my shotgun in my hand and watching them so that when it's time to move, I know. And as I see it coming, I take a step toward one of those machetes and I on the ground, and I kick it back toward Jack Brady.
Yeah, Jack has been like ripping his shirt up to wrap.
Yeah.
Yes, his hand.
Yeah. And I think I just take one look back at him before I'm ready to move, and I'm preparing to go after Sir Aubrey, who's in that back room, I think, right? Yeah, I'm preparing to go deal with Sir Aubrey.
Okay then. So, at this point, Ho Fang and some of the nearby deep ones converge on Ava's position. The cultists in the area stop their things, and it grows a little silent as these deep ones approach you to try and grab you, Ava. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna climb.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna climb it.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb the thing.
Let's make dex checks between you and the deep ones.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll use a reroll.
Nice.
Okay.
Where was that arrow?
Okay.
It wasn't meant to be.
Yes, they go to kind of wrap you up, but you are quicker than them. And you start to climb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go scurry.
Yeah. At this point, there is yelling, and Sir Aubrey comes out of his chamber. And now everyone is kind of looking up as things are shouted out in Shanghainese and other languages. Zeb and Irene, if you come out, you can see this. Ganny, you can definitely see this, and so can Jack. As the deep ones begin to kind of climb up behind you, but they're not as good at it. But they're coming.
Okay, so we can, if we peek out the door, we can see Sir Aubrey pretty close by, right?
Uh-huh.
And two deep ones with them.
Mm-hmm. There are deep ones kind of scattered all about, but just for my sanity, they're only the ones you see.
Irene, if I distract the deep ones, think you can get the jump on Mr. Penhue there?
Just a Kiana's face. You can take him on, right? What is that? Mano a mano?
I mean, he's a crazy cultist, but how much do you think he values his life? Which is a legitimate question with these cultists, because it really goes one way or the other with them.
From what I can tell, is what he values is his master and whatever will service that. I don't think it's a matter of valuing life as much as
I
valuing
think
what.
he wants to be around for that, right?
Yeah, that is true.
All right. Well, we got to do something if we want to get if we want to get Awa out here alive.
Yeah. Ava looks
and
like
well.
she's in trouble.
If you can get the jump on Aubrey and maybe do a little gun to the back thing, I'll see if I can distract his guards and the other deep ones. What do you think? We gotta do something.
I don't know if threatening him is going to be what's going to end up happening. Considering everything, I don't know if Penhue can stay alive. If it comes to trying to keep him alive and threatening him, or just trying to. Out of all the time, I mean, how much cares about shit?
Oh.
She's not gonna be able to threaten this guy.
I'm
Like
sure
this
you
is
can.
like
Is
there's a
the
certain level
tubular
of
object carryable?
Yep.
Is the payload carryable?
Yep.
we
There
have to
are.
open up the casket though, and whatever.
Yeah, it's like the lead casket, and then there's the housing, and then there's something in that.
Seb's kind of already been exposed to radiation at this point, right? Like he was on the ship.
Yeah.
He was on...
Yeah. Me desperately scrolling. Mhm.
Ah.
Gonzo.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll do it, but like Irene is more at the mind of like if I'm getting up that close to him, I'm gonna fucking shoot him. Like she's not there to try to threaten this guy.
Okay.
Like
Just
she
to,
can't do
just
that.
to like
Gotcha.
add some delicious pressure. Ava, you're at the top, and the deep ones are much closer now. Give you some space there if you like it.
Okay. What I'm gonna do? So there's workers up here, right?
Yeah, there's at least one up here with you.
Is there any like? Well, I've got my fucking thing. I've got my equipment, my whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it at him to try to knock one of them off.
You're gonna throw the welding device?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fucking useless to me. I'm bad at it, so I'm gonna chuck it at this guy.
Okay.
And try and knock him off.
Sure.
with the hopes
Let's do a. I think that's a strength for you,
okay.
and I think it's gonna be I can.
But I have
shoot.
a 60 in throw.
In throw.
Oh, and throw. Yes, use your throw, of course.
Okay,
Of course.
thank you.
Of course. Oh my
Fucking
gosh,
yeet.
what was I thinking?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
I don't know.
Okay. I'll use a reroll.
Okay.
Hard success.
Hard success. Okay. Let me see if our boy can dodge. He cannot. Okay, so you throw it.
Yeah.
And one of the deep ones goes flying off. Splat on the ground and kind of tumbles into the bubbling pool.
Good.
At this point, the cultists have all, like, the chanting has stopped, the drums have stopped. And Ho Fang is kind of calling out to Sir Aubrey, who gets closer. Kind of looking up at you, bemused.
As I see him moving that direction, I'm
Yeah.
hopping down now to follow. I want to be behind him.
Okay, make a stealth check as you go. for no reason.
Oh yeah, because
Alrighty.
fucking what's his face is
And
still
the
there.
deep one is going to attack Ava.
All right. Here comes my stealth check.
Nice. Okay, I'll give someone a spot hidden. Here's the deep one's attack. Hard success for 5 points of damage as it reaches out with its long webbed hand and scratches at you.
Can I use my telekinesis to act as a form of armor? Because
Yes!
I can do that.
Tell me about it. Tell me all about it.
Telekinesis can be used to defend against physical attacks, acting as a form of invisible armor.
Uh-huh.
I have to succeed on a telekinesis roll, and I have to spend 1 point of magic to gain 1 point of armor. So I could do 5 for 5, basically,
Yep.
and block the entire thing. I can't push the roll when I do this,
Okay.
just as a note.
Yep.
But I can re-roll, so I'll do that if I have to. But it should be fine. I just have to succeed on a telekinesis.
Yep.
A failure. I'm gonna re-roll,
Okay.
obviously. Extreme success.
Okay, tell
And
me
then-
what this looks like as, you see he's going like right for your arm. It's going to scratch
Yeah.
all along it.
I think like it's just the instinctual like throwing up your arm
Yeah.
to like block against somebody incoming. She doesn't have any armor. She just threw this thing at this guy, and there's just like, when there's like heat waves coming up off the like concrete,
Yeah.
like that you can see kind of when you're driving. I think it's just like almost like that imperceptible kind of heat wave, like ripple effect that just kind of like goes like across her outside. I don't think that she knows. It's still a very new thing, right? This power kind of kicked in when her father died.
Yeah.
And I think it's very instinctual. It's not like she thinks like, I need to protect myself. It's like that fight or flight instinct of the, just like an armadillo, like curling up on itself to protect itself,
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll spend 5 magic points
Great.
to protect, to defend against all of it. So it like bounces off. It's like he scratches something but does not touch her.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And from below, I think Sir Aubrey says, fascinating. Miss, why don't you come down now? I promise no harm will come to you. Just have a little chat. Or you can
He's talking
stay
to
up
me.
there. Doesn't look very comfortable.
The rocket,
Mm-hmm. The rocket, yes.
the bomb, whatever it is.
Silver bird.
The
silver
silver
bird.
bullet. Is there like a mechanic, like a clasp? Is it being held up here by something that could be easily
Yes.
that I could
If
weasel my way out to?
Yeah, I mean, you can get out to it. You don't have anything to cut it anymore.
Oh, so it's like welded into place. It doesn't have like a release. There's no like, because it's probably like
Yeah.
designed to eventually come off.
It
you know,
is,
so it wouldn't
in
be
fact.
welded on. And I do get to like decide a story detail at some point.
Yeah, you do. You do. You really do. Fantastic. That's just what I wanted to have happen. Sorry, referring to my role just now.
Great.
Yes, there is a release.
Okay. Do you want me to use my story detail?
Yep.
to do that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna start to crawl out towards the release.
Okay,
thing.
that's where we're gonna pause that.
Yeah.
Irene and Zeb, what are you doing?
Okay.
What are we doing?
Okay. So I just want to get a little clearer picture on the payload, right?
Yes.
So the payload is inside like a tubular casing, right? That
Yes.
was supposed to go. And that is inside like a lead
Casket.
casket. How big and heavy is that lead
I mean, it's
casket?
pretty heavy, but you're
yeah,
you're a
lead's
strong
pretty
guy.
heavy. Lead is very heavy, but
Yeah.
it's not like a massive
No.
crate of lead, right? Okay. Oh man, the most dangerous thing is to take the thing out of the casket. But that would make it dangerous both for me and everyone around me. Oh god. Zeb's grabbing the casket regardless.
Okay.
I think Zeb's grabbing the casket.
Yeah. It's gonna be slow movement for you.
That's fine. I think
Okay.
he doesn't want this, like, out of everything. This probably shouldn't be staying with the cultists.
Yeah, if anything fucks up.
Yeah. And then Zeb's gonna look back outside and see that the situation has changed a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Irene, I think this is our chance to I think we can maybe scoot around and try to get to the prisoners and get them out.
Probably, if they're all focused on Ava, hopefully this means we'll have a chance to get them out.
All right, well, let's try doing that. Have your gun ready, because I can't do much right now because I got my hands full.
Okay.
Irene has the gun.
So the two of you are gonna start to move. Make stealth checks.
Okay.
Do, 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 do. Hard.
Hard success.
Success.
Okay. So you are not immediately spotted, but you come out and you can see the situation in its fullness. And finally, Ganymede, as you round this place going toward Sir Aubrey, you almost have forgotten about your mutated friend, Captain Van de Strass, who rolled a hard success on his spot hidden. And as you pass by, not having him at the forefront of your mind, you feel a hand and then the tip of a cutlass. And you hear this kind of warbled, almost like it's like this wet, warbly voice, but still you recognize it. Say your name. And that's where we're going to end this session because it's about to pop off. It's about to pop off. So let's get out of here. Okay. Hey, this is great. This is good. Tommy, what's up?
You're gonna end it there?
Listen, look, I already have you in the turn tracker.
I'm fairly certain that what I have in my arms is some sort of nuclear warhead of some sort. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah. I think that's a good
You're just gonna end
hypothesis.
it there?
Yep. Because we're going into initiative. Ain't none of y'all doing anything without initiative.
You're just gonna end it there with what I'm pretty sure is a nuclear warhead in my character's arms.
Why not?
Yeah, great. Love it. Absolutely love it. The stakes couldn't possibly be any higher. We've got Ava at the top doing her James Bond thing at the top of the rocket. We've got Ganymede, who's just been discovered by an arch nemesis. And I've got a bomb.
Yeah.
Irene and Zeb have a bomb. Great. Nothing's gonna go wrong.
We wouldn't give Zeb a gun, so now he has a bomb.
I mean, I do have a gun. I do have
Yeah,
the Zap gun.
do you really though?
I can't use it right now.
No, your hands are full.
Man, this is the hangiest of cliffs right now. Oh boy, cannot wait for next week. I'm Tommy at Imperative Hingo on the Twitter sphere. Not doing a whole lot right now. Keep an eye on my Twitter. Stuff may happen for me personally at the end of this week, so keep an eye on that. Otherwise, go check out these other people and the amazing things they're doing.
Wonderful. Summer, how's it feel? How are you
Oh,
doing?
I'm so disappointed that I pushed literally twice and I got nothing out of it. Except for, you know what? It's okay because now I'm at the top of this crane. So it's all going to work out in my favor in the end.
Definitely.
It is. What, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Fall? Oh, well, it's silly. Hi, I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. You can find me on Twitch at It's Just a Summer Job, where I stream most days of the week. Tonight I will be over on Dylan's channel, a Narcissus, playing some From Dust Before It's Settled, our Ironsworn campaign. We just barely escaped with our lives after running from a dragon. Little tiny babies we are. No, we would have died if we had stayed. So yeah, you can see what we're getting up to over there tonight.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Allison, how's it going? How's it going, babe? I knew I'd get you. Mwah.
I love this so much. I love it so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is where this setup is like one of my lifetime favorite TTRPG things. This is so great. I'm terrified for next week. But I also cannot wait for it. That's where you'll find me, folks. Allison Robinson, here on Twitch, playing this game, giving it all my time and all my attention right now, as it deserves. But I hope I'll see you here next week. Thanks, everybody.
Kiana.
Boy, howdy. This is fine. This is fine. Fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We replaced the fire. We replaced the fire with magma. And replaced the dog with all of us. And there we go. That's what's happening over there. Yeah. Looking forward to hopefully surviving. I don't fucking know if that'll happen, but hopefully next week. But until then, you guys can find me over on Twitter at Kiana. Best way to figure out what I'm doing when I'm not here on the channel. Mostly here though. Like Summer said, we will be over at Anaris' channel tonight with some more Ironsworn. But yeah, back here next week. Irene's got a gun and about zero other idea of what to do. So, you know, it's great. It's fine. It's chill.
Wonderful. I'm Lauren, everyone. I'm the salty of this channel. I'm just so thrilled. I'm so thrilled with everything that's happening right now. I'm so proud and terrified. This is like one of like the big kind of classic moments of Masks of Nyarlathotep. If you're familiar with the campaign at all, this is often the campaign finale, but it is not for us unless it is. We'll see. I'm sure. No, we have so much to do. Anyway, we will be back next week for fun times. Potentially Shanghai finale. It's been many months in the making. So yeah, we'll be back then. Thank you to our sponsors, Roll20, Dice, Envy, and Grinding Coffee Co. Please make sure to check them out. We've got lots of links. They're all really cool companies. We will be putting this up on YouTube. If you ever miss an episode, we're Salty Sweet Games over there. Salty Sweet Games on Twitter. If you want to follow us there. Yeah, we're vibing in a volcano. I'm so excited for next week. What's gonna happen? Okay. All right. We're gonna go raid our friend Invert, who's on our stream team Emporium, and we will see you all next time. Wait, bye everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.